Okay, hi everyone, welcome to Networkings. So my name is Atul and we'll be starting the day one for AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. Okay, please confirm in the chat if I'm audible and clear. Hello. Okay, hi everyone, welcome. Okay, great. Uh, so what we are going to do in this series, I'll be creating a playlist where I'll be teaching you AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. Okay, so let me share my screen. So this is the day one for AWS. Those people who don't know about AWS, this session will help you all to learn about AWS. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, yeah, so you guys can see here. So this is the first module if you want to start learning AWS. Okay, so the exam, so we all together, we are going to learn AWS. So AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. Okay, so today is day one. I think within 4 or 5 days or more than that, we will be going to complete this course. And at the end of the day, if you learn with me, you are going to become Cloud Practitioner certified also. Okay, so yeah, introduction. So this program will be free. Okay, we will not be taking any admission for this. So this will be free on YouTube. Okay, so no, there is no compulsory. You just have to get basic IT knowledge. There is no CCNA, Linux knowledge is not required. Okay, this is just you are learning about AWS platform. Okay, so if you see the introduction, so AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam is for individuals who want to demonstrate an overall knowledge of AWS. Just hold on, yeah. Okay, cloud independent of a specific job role. Okay, so basically after the exam, so when you prepare for this exam, AWS Cloud Practitioner, okay, I'm going to teach you about explain the value of AWS Cloud. We will understand the AWS responsibility model. What are the best security practices in AWS? AWS Cloud Cost, Economics and Billing Practices. Okay, so we will be learning about AWS services, compute, network, database. There are a lot of more than 100 plus services in AWS. Okay, but yes, whatever is important, that is already there in the course. Okay, so to complete this course, we need to have the AWS Cloud concepts. Okay, security and compliance with the AWS Cloud understanding. So all these things. Okay, so what are the target audience? Okay, who should go for the AWS program? And if you are in coding, you can learn this course. If you are in the troubleshooting, you are in the networking, you are in the migration, okay, you are in the testing, okay, or you work for any applications like Zoom, Amazon Alexa, okay, work, mail and all. So means anybody can learn AWS because every AWS is for everyone, whether you are a Linux administrator, network engineer, okay, you are into cyber security also, you can start learning AWS. Okay, so when you go for this exam, so it will be a multiple choice question, okay, and multiple responses question. So this exam will include around 50 questions. Okay, so you have to get the score. Minimum score is 700 out of 1000. So you have to get 700 marks in from 1000. Okay, so this is the course outline that we are going to learn the cloud concepts. 26% of the topics come from cloud concepts. 25% of the topics come from security and compliance. 33% of the topics come from the technology, and 16% of the topics coming from the billing and pricing. Okay, so this combine makes the 100% obviously. Okay, so we will be learning from the domain one. Okay, and how we are going to learn all this. Okay, so that link I'll be sharing in the chat, guys. Security and yeah. Okay, so when I look for the training, okay, because when I was preparing for this, right, so I just googled this on AWS, and you can see on the AWS itself, you can click here AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. Okay, So you can see prepare for the exam. When I click on the prepare for exam, so you can see review the CL exam guide, and you can see learn about practitioner essential. When I click here, it will redirect me to this website skillbuilder.aws. Okay. So I'll be sharing the direct link to all of you. So you just have to create account, and then it will give you that yes, I want to start learning now. Okay, basically AWS itself is giving you the content to prepare. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so this is the AWS Cloud Practitioner. So we can start with the module 1. Okay, so we will be learning together again, I'm saying. Okay, so this is the module 1 introduction. Learning objectives. In this module, we will be learning, summarize the benefits of AWS, describe differences between the on-demand delivery and cloud deployments. So summarize the pay-as-you-go pricing model. Yeah. I think this is before that we should start with why we are learning AWS. Okay, so for that I think I have to go back. So this is the ramp up guide cloud essential. And yeah, so this is the link. I'll be sharing with all of you the links. Okay. So you can see the first thing before I start AWS Cloud Practitioner Essential, I need to understand the job roles in the cloud. So when I click here, it will redirect me to a website, start learning now. So let's start. Okay, so first we'll see job roles in the cloud, and then, okay, so how to use this course. So if you want to, after this topic, when you want to experience the same website, so you can see on the top, so this is the like menu you want to hide from here. Then these are the topic names, and further, like you can see more information about lesson 2. So when I click here, I'll move to the lesson 2. So this is lesson 2. Let's start. Yeah. So in this lesson, we will discover the benefits of why we are going to AWS Cloud, what it means for on-premises. So by the way, if any people don't know what is on-premises, so on-premises means when you have your servers in your office, that is called on-premises. Okay. So क्या होता है on-premises? So when you put your servers in your office, okay, in your campus, that is called on-premise. And when you put all your content on cloud, that is called cloud. Okay, so if you have your own servers, that on premises. If you have data on cloud, that's called cloud. Okay, simple. So in this lesson, we will be discover the benefits of transition to the AWS cloud and what it means for on premises IT job roles. Yeah. So why companies are moving to AWS? You guys can watch this video.
With
This is just a 1-minute video. Okay. So I have already watched this video. So basically in traditional network, okay, so you can see the transcript also. So more companies, let me zoom. So more companies are seeing the value and benefit of moving to cloud, right? So the traditional on-premises model, like managing IT application infrastructure, is highly manual. तो सबसे पहले सारी चीजें क्या है? Mostly everything is manual and it is very, very expensive. So we got the point. Okay, you can make your notes. I would recommend you to use any application like Notion or something like that, because when you learn the things, you have to pen down somewhere. Okay, I always use like we can use normal notepad or we can use this section. Okay, so I'll be creating a page for AWS notes. Okay, so now I'm showing you everything. You guys are learning with me. So this is my AWS job roles. So this is the topic for today. And so first thing, why people are moving to cloud. Okay, so why companies are moving to cloud. Okay, I do not like making PPTs and teaching online. Okay, that's why I prefer the raw mode so that you understand how I study along with you, or you guys will be more practical in learning, right? So highly manual, सबसे पहले क्या, the first thing, it is highly manual. Okay, this is why companies are moving to cloud. The second thing, it is very expensive equipment, means you need to buy a lot of servers, okay, lot of hardware. So these are the 2 points that why companies are moving to cloud. Other things, in contrast, the AWS cloud environment help business drive innovation because of its ability to increase development speed. Okay, means if you are a programmer, if you are a coder, so earlier you used to code in your servers in your laptop, but now if you are building a big application, you or your team need high development speed. Okay, so that AWS is helping you. You can develop directly inside the AWS platform. Okay, there is a service which we'll talk about later on. Increase development speed. Okay, and then provide limitless scale. So what does it means? Provide near limitless scales means anytime you, within just few seconds, you can upgrade. Okay, तो आप upgrade कर सकते हो. You can limitless scale means you can increase the capacity of a servers. You do not have to buy, right? Means in normal world, what will happen if you have your own servers in your office? Okay, if you have your own servers in office, so what will happen in on premises? You will go to the shop, right? You will buy the hardware, right? So in the cloud, you do not have to buy hardware. You just click and you will upgrade to 8 GB to 16 GB, 16 GB to 32 GB. You can upgrade hardware, like whether it is a hard drive, you want to increase the RAM, you want to change the operating system, you can do multiple things in cloud. So limitless scale. So if your users or if your traffic is increasing, so you can increase your server speed, you can increase lot of things inside the server. So and this will, the AWS will give you a lot of things like speed. First of all, speed, like you will be able to deploy the applications, you will be deploy bigger applications in the cloud. So the AWS is first giving me speed. So speed, right? After that, because we can experiment with the applications in the cloud, and within just a few clicks, we will deploy and make it public for the entire world. Okay, so हम testing करके वहीं से public कर सकते हैं उसको. We can directly push and create Android app. We can create directly iPhone app directly from the AWS. Okay, so AWS is giving the company speed. Then scale, as I mentioned, scale means that companies can upgrade with a lot of things. Like you can have different servers in different areas. Okay, so there is no restriction. You can scale in different countries. You can scale with high hardware. Okay, you can increase RAM, you can increase whatever is your requirement in the company, means you can scale according to the company requirements. So now innovation. So why AWS is giving you innovation? That AWS has created lot of platforms, lot of services which will give you analytics. Means you can check your all company data, how many users are coming, how many people are clicking on your links, how many people are downloading. Okay, means a lot of technologies are there in the AWS cloud. You can work on Internet of Things, which is IoT. If you are a manufacturer, you are building some, like suppose you are working on some manufacturing or maybe farming projects, anything. Okay, any manufacturing projects. So you want to automate that. You want to integrate with Internet of Things. What is Internet of Things? Suppose you have a thermostat. Whenever in my farm, whenever there is a lot of heat, automatically like there will be a water spray on my crops. Okay, so means AWS is working on a lot of things, so which you will get to know. So but yes, companies will increase their innovation if you are a IT company, whether you are a manufacturer company, the AWS is giving you solution for increasing the innovation in your company. Then productivity. Productivity is basically, so why this theory is important? Because you are going to go for the exam, but in real world, when people are asking you, okay, tell me why companies are moving to cloud, so at least you can say these 4 lines, because most of the things are manual, and companies those who are on premises means if they build their own servers, if they create their own infrastructure, okay, that will be very expensive, and the development is very slow in the on premises. But in the cloud, the development speed is increased, and there is no limit in the cloud. You can increase according to the company requirement. Okay. Then productivity. So the adoption of cloud principle, infrastructure, code help you to automate compliances. Compliances are like if you want to buy servers, right, in your office. So you want to buy high licenses, like maybe VMware licenses. So VMware license will make your server like you can create multiple virtual machines. So but in AWS cloud, you do not have to buy VMware. Okay. So directly you just create virtual machines in the cloud, and there could be a lot of other compliances also. Okay. Buying the internet link and then you buy the servers, it will take time. Okay. So productivity means you just run the code. You start working on, your team is going to directly write the code inside AWS. Your company is directly going to create Linux machine in the AWS. You do not have to buy the servers, licensing, okay, lot of other things. Okay, so this will increase your company productivity. Okay, that you are working on the exactly thing what it requires. Okay. So this is the thing. So this is why we are learning. So let's go to on-premises job roles. So what are the common IT job roles and responsibilities in the on-premises? On-premises means the companies who make their own servers. Okay, what are the job roles? Normal IT jobs are called on-premises IT jobs. Okay, so each organization has a different way to structure their department. There is no set rule. Today you learn about the critical roles on premises IT department. तो क्या क्या role होते हैं? So the first role is IT solution architect, the people who are going to actually understand the company requirement. Okay, entire enterprise. So these people will understand the design. Okay, communication, security, networking, and storage. Means these are the people who will guide people. Okay, IT solution architect means they are going to guide people. Okay, so this is IT solution architect. The second job role is system administrator, the people who are going to upgrade the operating system. Okay, or the guys who are Windows Server administrators. So they are working on hardware, they are working on hypervisor, they are the people who take backups. Okay, so first kya the IT solution architects. Okay, those who plan, design, implement everything, but they are not they are like senior people who guide engineers. Okay, IT solution architect का मतलब यही है. Architect means the people who guide organizations. Like the home architects will help you how to design your home, right? How to design your home architects. The same way IT architects, the people who actually help companies what to use, what to not use, all these things. The second thing, system administrator, the people who work on patching, upgrading the software inside companies, hardware, hypervisors means virtual machines kind of thing. Okay, and the people who take backup. IT architect. Okay, so the third thing we have network administrator, the people who are configuring router, switches, VPNs, okay, configurations. So all these people are called network engineers, network administrator. So desktop administrator, the people who are working on normal installing and maintaining the application in desktop and laptop computers. Okay, means normal IT guys, desktop support guys. Then application managers who handle the web applications, okay, maintaining the hosting inside. Those who create websites, and those are developers, right? But those who manage the application, okay, inside web servers, inside how to host the application, all these things, and they work with the network engineers, they work with other engineers to give enable the security. Okay, means the people who work on applications, the people who work on databases, because all your data is going to store in the database. So these are the normal 6 profiles Okay, there are a lot of other profiles also like security and all, but these are the main profiles for. So let me write here. So on-premises job roles kya kya hai? IT engineers, okay, desktop engineers, network engineers, application engineers who work on application, okay, database engineers, okay, and system engineers. So system engineers, those who work on servers, maybe whether it is a Windows servers or maybe they are Linux servers. Okay, and there are other people also like coders and all. Okay, so these are the on-premises job roles. So shared responsibility model. So shared responsibility model like security and compliance is a shared responsibility between AWS and customer. Okay, in this we will understand. See, some parts are more theoretical. I do understand, but if you just learn the practical, okay, it's like suppose you learn CCNA. Okay, you know the theory part, but you don't know how to configure router and switches. Okay, or maybe take an example of cyber security. You just understand the labs, but you don't know the theory of cyber security. So it is like half knowledge. So I have seen that courses on YouTube, okay, mostly on AWS and all. So people are generally either covering only the theory part or only the lab part. Okay, so we need to use the both combination. Okay, means we need to use labs also, we need to use the theory part also. So this is the link. So to learn more about responsibilities, review the AWS shared. So this is the link. And if I look here, shared responsibility model. So this is the shared responsibilities of customer and AWS, that what we need to protect. Okay. So why this is important? Because in exam, you can't say, I don't know, right? Or yeah. So customer data is wholly responsibility of a customer. Okay. So AWS is not responsible for the data. Okay. So the responsibility of customer data is customer responsibility. Okay. Yeah. So shared responsibility means both side responsibility, customer data. After that, platform, applications, IAM, identity and access management, where you put security and all. Okay. So applications, platform, all these things are responsibility of a customer also. Okay, operating system, network and firewall configuration in the cloud. Okay, that is also like a responsibility of a customer, because you are going to deploy according to the company requirement. So that is your choice. You want to encrypt data or not. Okay, or how you want to protect your company network on the cloud. Okay, encryption, data integrity, authentication, all these are responsibility for customer, responsibility of a customer in the cloud. But what is the responsibility of a AWS? So AWS will take care of all the compute. Okay, if they are giving you 16 GB, so they will make sure, yes, you are getting the 16 GB RAM. If you have 1 terabyte storage, you will be getting 1 terabyte exactly. Okay, databases will be whatever data you store. So that database will be wholly responsibility of AWS, that they are going to protect. Networking of AWS. Okay, so network traffic, encryption, integrity and all, but yes, backend of networking. Suppose if you deploy a server in your office, तो अगर आपका server आप ही के office में है, if you have your own server in your office and if internet goes down, maybe people cannot access your server because your company office internet is not working, right? So that is on-premises problem, but in AWS, that is the whole responsibility of AWS, that their ISP and their networking will they will make sure that will be more than 99% uptime. Okay, so regions, so they are available in different regions. If you have one server in India and one server in Singapore, okay, or maybe in different region, So they make sure that they have the backup of the region, but yes, you have to opt for multiple regions. Okay, availability zones. So one country has multiple zones. Like in India, we have availability zone in Mumbai. Okay, maybe one in Hyderabad. Okay, so like in USA, they are in different cities. Okay, and there are some edge locations also. Okay, so this is what we call shared responsibility model. Okay, where you can read this document also, that what is this shared control, patch management, configuration management. Okay, so you can see here, customer must train their employees on AWS. Okay, because if you put your own servers and if you don't have the employees, that's why people are in demand. The people with AWS knowledge are in demand, because companies, they do not want them to train, obviously, for the cost cutting. So they are looking for the people who have AWS knowledge. Okay, so means by just giving the basic knowledge, they will be able to deploy the applications. Yeah. So now as the team shifts into cloud roles, so now companies are saying, okay, that's fine. I know. What is happening? Just hold on. Yeah. So as the team shift into cloud, so we need to make sure, like we need to give them the, like companies have to give their employees the knowledge what will shift them from normal jobs to the cloud jobs. So as an example of the system administrator, normal जो system administrator होते हैं, in an on-premises environment, they handle on-site hardware infrastructure. But when they are in cloud, when organization move to cloud, that fall under the responsibility of AWS. Okay, it means the system administrator have to learn something more, because that work is all done by AWS, because they do not have to manage the servers. Okay, if you get a job in AWS, that is a different story. But in normal companies who are moving to cloud, so they do not need people who maintain the servers and all, because that is done by AWS. Okay, so the IT team will give up some burdens. So कुछ ये burdens का मतलब है job चली जाना, right? So they are just saying in a different context that the IT team will give up some burdens, but it is not burdens. They are on the risk. They have to learn something different. What will help them to save their jobs, because every IT desktop guy who manages servers, putting the cables and all, so either they get a job directly in the cloud or what we call data centers, or they learn something different, because companies are moving to cloud. So job roles in the cloud, guys. So in this lesson, we will learn about 4 AWS cloud jobs and responsibilities and competencies. Okay, the core. So now, yeah, so these are some examples. Like Mary now has a general idea of the skills and roles where the team excels in their on-premises environment. So she must shift her attention to the skill and responsibility of the goal. So this is just an example. Okay, so these are the people. Okay, so these are the people the companies are looking for. They are in the demand, and you can one of them. Okay, so the people are cloud architects, the people who understand cloud very well. Okay, cloud architects. System administrator, the people who know how to deploy Linux machines, Windows machines. They know how to deploy Active Directories, making the DHCP DNS servers in the cloud. Security administrator, who are going to protect the company network or company information in the cloud, that is security administrators. And the DevOps administrator, who automate a lot of information. Suppose you want to deploy 100 servers. Okay, you want to scale, like you are watching a cricket match on Geo Cinema or Hotstar. Okay, so you are watching a cricket live match or any sports, and the DevOps engineer is going to scale that server within just a fraction of seconds. That is called DevOps administrator. Okay, means we all have to choose our career, whether I become a cloud architect, system administrator, security administrator, or DevOps administrator. So these are the main roles in the cloud as of now. Okay, there are other roles also. Okay, so there is a skill builder. Okay, so this is, see, how I'm creating the notes also. So this is what we call shared responsibility model. Okay, so next time I just have to review this. I do not have to spend much time on learning, because so consider this is your second brain. So you just come here and revise this content because you created this. So it will be easy to read our own notes, right? Rather than looking in other notes, right? So this is more example. What are the role of cloud architects? So cloud architects, basically people who build businesses in the cloud, are called cloud architects. Okay, means they are going to deploy the company blueprint, company requirements in the cloud. Okay, cost efficient, scalable cloud environments. Okay, so these are the people who are going to supervise everything in the cloud. Means if a Linux machine is running on the cloud, okay, you will make sure, okay, how much resources are required. So if company needs 8 GB, then you do not have to put 16 GB in the server, because it will increase the cost. Because in AWS, there is a pay as a go model. So whatever you pay, whatever service you need, according to that you pay. Okay, but in on-premises, like maybe you buy a very advanced hardware, because you always think maybe in future my company network or my company infrastructure will increase, and there you have to buy the very advanced servers. But in cloud, so if your company is small, you just start with small. When your company is big, you increase the company services in the cloud. That is called scalability. Okay, pay as a go model, pay as a go model. So this is the top competencies of cloud architect. So means what you have to learn to become a cloud architect. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, understand how services are connected and the integration of services. Very good. CloudWatch is like a monitoring tool of AWS. Okay, logging messages. Then you have to understand the IAM, which is identity and access management, that which people, like my coding team, my developer team will get this access. Okay, my monitoring team will get this access. My DevOps team will get this access. And so according to that, you are able to understand the IAM, which is identity, access and management. Okay, so what is recommended to become a cloud architect? You have to learn these courses. AWS Cloud Practitioner, what we are going to learn. Okay, so this section I'm going to teach you on YouTube. So today's day 1. I'll be coming with more videos also. Okay, so then this solution associate. So this is our paid program. You can, after the cloud practitioner. Okay, so there are like we conduct live trainings, and we have the full AWS Cloud Architect Associate and Professional level in our All Access Pass. Okay, you guys go and check this website nwflix.com. Okay, for our video courses and live trainings. Okay, yeah, but yes, let's start with the cloud practitioner, because we are going to spend little like more time. Okay, not little, basically around 5 to 10 hours for the cloud practitioner content. Okay, ठीक है, so समझ आया cloud architect. We got to know what we have to do as a cloud architect. Okay, and this section I can just go and make sure color. Yeah, so I can change the color so that, so this is, I'm using an application called Notion. Okay, so now system administrator, the people who are What are the core competencies of systems? So the people who are going to deploy, configure, monitor cloud infrastructure and their this what we call performance. So cloud system administrator are the people who are going to deploy, configure, deploy means installation, configuration and monitoring the hybrid and cloud solution. Hybrid means the people who will take care of their company network, also not network, company services, whether it is a server and all, means they will look company infrastructure and also cloud, means hybrid, दोनों चीजें देखेगा ये बंदा. Okay, both things we will look for on premises and the cloud performance. And because all companies are moving their servers, but still they have to sit in their offices, right? So some services are going to still work in the offices. Okay, like basic networking. Okay, the people still need internet access. So the basic networking, LAN network, local area network is still required. Okay, the basic or the small servers like Active Directory or any basic servers are still required in the companies. Okay, but still it depends on the company to company. So what these people are going to do? So these people are going to be work on the detailed configuration changes, whatever changes are required in the cloud. Configuration management, suppose you want to increase the RAM, you want to change the hard drive. Okay, all these things are done by system engineers. Okay, and require the gather the information regarding that how you are going to deploy the information in the cloud. Okay, means suppose a developer is creating a big application in the cloud. Now the system administrator will understand and going to deploy in like 1 or 2 or 3 servers. Okay, so the recommended trainings are same, cloud practitioner, solution are, but there is another certification which is system operations. Okay, means these people can go further in DevOps also. So you have then solution architect and then SysOps, which is after the solution architect associate, you can learn AWS SysOps. Okay, and after that AWS advanced networking specialist, means you are the people who are going to do every change in the company. So solution architect are the main people who guide company. Okay, they monitor what is going on, means they are observers. ये ज़्यादातर ध्यान देंगे कि क्या कंपनी में चल रहा है. They are going to observe what is going on. They will give the access, everything. But the system administrator, the people who are going to check from the very, what we call, from the networking to the databases to the configuration. Okay, so generally system ops or solution architects, like if you learn both, you may get a job in the system cloud administrator, or maybe you get a job as a cloud architect. But the people with very high experience will get a job as a cloud architect. Okay, the people we have like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years in the IT administrator, Windows administrator, cloud administrator, or maybe the network engineers, they have more chance to become a system administrator in the cloud. Okay, so now security administrator. Guys, at least say something in the chat. I'm doing this live. How the session going on, guys? All good? Yes, tell me. So those who joined late, so let me tell you. So we are covering here AWS Cloud Practitioner. Okay, so this is the first level. After that, people can go and learn AWS Solution Architect Associate. So after Associate, they can go for AWS Solution Architect Professional. So professional is required if you want to become a cloud architect. Okay, so first, second and third, these are the 3 things if you want to get into the AWS cloud practitioner, AWS solution आर्किटेक्ट. ओके, अगर आपको क्लाउड आर्किटेक्ट बनना है, इफ यू वांट टू बिकम ए क्लाउड आर्किटेक्ट, these are the three things you have to learn. Okay, but the best part, I'm going to cover this AWS cloud practitioner with you guys. Okay, so every week I'll be creating a live session, so you guys can ask me questions in the live chat also. Even I can easily create videos, but in videos like you will not be able to ask me questions, so that's why I'm doing this live. Okay, so and if you want to get into system, or what we call system cloud system administrator, so you can again go with the cloud practitioner. Okay, after that you can go for solution architect. Okay, after that you can go for sys ops, system operations, and then after that you can go for the AWS network advanced security certification, AWS networking. Okay, AWS networking certification. Okay, so the right side writing is not good, but I hope you got the point. Okay, so let's go back to my screen. Okay, so now the security administrator. So ये क्या करेगा? Let's see what will be the job role of security administrator. I'm sure by at least this video you already know what I have to do, because there is no single video on internet which will actually telling you the career options in the cloud. So that's the reason I'm starting with the very basic thing, job roles in cloud. Okay, security administrator. So security administrator का काम क्या है? What would be the job role of security administrator? It is like fully security responsibility of cloud, that nobody can attack my cloud network. Okay, so that overall security, confidentiality, data protection in the cloud, so that is going to be the responsibility of the security administrator. Okay, means the people who already have experience in security, maybe they are in the network security, okay, maybe they are in the cyber security, these people can get into this. Okay, so the top competencies of security administrator. So enterprise level business based on security, right? Every company is based on security and regulatory requirements. So we will be understand the security rules and requirement in the cloud. Okay, we will make sure. Okay, so communication security rules down to engineers and end up decisions making to understand security risk को समझना. Okay, we are going to understand the security risk of my companies. Okay, means and also memorize all the regulatory requirements in the companies. Okay, also in researches and resourceful with context to determine answer to address security. Okay, so we need to address, so all the security related things we will be learning in the security, and the same plan you have to go for the AWS solution cloud architect solution. Yeah, so the certifications required. Obviously, I recommend you to AWS Cloud Practitioner first, what I'm giving you in YouTube. Okay, this is the day 1. So I'll be coming with more live sessions every week. So AWS Cloud Practitioner Foundational. So this is you will be covering in the YouTube itself, and the architect and the security administration. Again, as I mentioned, so these courses further you can join at networkings, and this website you can bookmark. Okay, NWFlix. Okay, by the way, if you love to learn from me, that's fine. But still, if you already have basic knowledge of AWS, I would recommend you go to our website nwflix.com. Okay, make an account on NWFlix also. Okay, and I'm sharing you free access pass. So basically this free access pass will cover almost 15 plus free IT courses related to networking, related to basic IP addressing, basic IT, CompTIA Network Plus, okay, some basic Linux. Okay, so basic means all this content is again like more than 100 hours. Okay, free 100 hours content I'm sharing with all of you. because we believe that fundamental knowledge is a right of every human being. Okay, so, and free knowledge will help you to at least get the confidence, and once you have the confidence, then you can join our premium programs, paid programs. Okay, but start with free. When you get a value, when you increase your salary, when you get something, then in return you can join our live batches. Okay, live batches, or you can join our all access pass, which has 50 plus courses, and we have launched the monthly plans also. Okay, so if you go to essential learning pass, which has almost 20 plus courses, so it start from just 2,999 per month. Okay, and all access pass will start from around 4 to 5 k per month. So it all, we have made the platform very affordable. Okay, but the content is super amazing because we help you to learn directly from the engineers. Okay, so coming to the topic. So recommended training and certification for a security administrator, that I have already written. Okay, and I'll be sharing these AWS notes here with all of you. Okay, so notes, what I'm preparing for you, AWS notes. Okay, so make sure you bookmark these notes. Okay, and all the topics I'll be putting here of AWS architect. Okay, so what we are learning here, AWS Cloud Practitioner. तो तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए कि हम पढ़ क्या रहे हैं. We are learning AWS Cloud Practitioner. So do you think it's a good career path to start out as a CCNA, then get CCNP, and after networking start? So I would recommend you after, so along with CCNA start AWS, or after CCNP you can learn AWS also. Okay. So let me finish this, guys. Last thing, DevOps Administrator. So the last job role we have according to, so DevOps Administrator. Okay, let me change the color to red. Okay, so DevOps Admin. So DevOps Admin is basically the people who are going to configure the, okay, they will help the coders to maintain their infrastructure, and because these people do not write coding. Okay, so DevOps means no coding first of all, but knowledge of coding is required. Okay, so DevOps का मतलब coding नहीं करना है. Okay, DevOps does not mean that you have to code, but you need to understand the code. Okay, at least the level which is required in the cloud to deploy the releases. Means whenever a software release, okay, like Android version 9, then Android version 11, my major releases, minor releases, all these comes under a DevOps administrator. They have to conduct the test. They have to make the application public. Okay, if anything does not work, they have to roll back. Roll back means go back to the previous version because the new version is not stable. That is all done by DevOps administrators. Okay, in the cloud. Okay, to learn about DevOps, you need, okay, what are the core competencies of DevOps in AWS? So you need to learn some scripting languages with proficiency, right? Quality analyst and testing means you need to be very good at testing, that how to check the code, how to deploy on CI/CD pipelines, a lot of things. Understand operation and manages developers, and then all the tools required in the pipeline. Okay, so this is all the work of DevOps administrator, and the requirement is again so big that DevOps is like Superman. You have to learn everything, man. You need to start from the course what I'm teaching you right away. Okay, and after that you can go for the solution architect, then you can go for DevOps developer associate, then you can go for DevOps engineer professional, then you go for AWS database specialty. Okay, what I recommend you, so if you want to get into any program, we have a DevOps master program also. Okay, I'm sharing a link here. Okay, my camera is off, I don't know why. Let me check. Okay, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the link where you can check about database. This is a full program to learn about DevOps. And in DevOps, like you will be going to learn a lot of things. I'm just showing you the proper roadmap to become a DevOps also. Okay, you start with DevOps introduction, then you learn about Linux in detail. Then you learn about Git. Okay, then you learn about shell scripting. Then you learn about AWS DevOps. Okay, so which is mentioned in that AWS course, because AWS course will not teach you all Docker, Kubernetes, all this stuff. So you have to learn it separately. Then Jenkins, then AWS Solution Architect, then Ansible, then Docker, then Kubernetes, then Grafana and Prometheus, Zabbix and ELK. Okay, all these things will make you the proper DevOps engineer. Okay, this will again start from very basic, and I think after 2 weeks we will be starting our DevOps master program. Okay, so you can contact networking's team if you want to get into it. Will be starting from very soon. Okay, so you can check the link I have shared in the notes also. Okay, in the chat also. It is because every guy has a special requirement, so I'm sharing everything about any career. Okay, so now we have understood all the job roles in the cloud, and now we have the good idea what we exactly want to become. Okay, because we need to understand the shared responsibilities, and we will build our AWS cloud team when we have these people in the cloud. Okay, so these people are required in the cloud, and this session would be beneficial for the people if you are a startup and your company CEO, CTO is not thinking to move in cloud. So this today video you can share with them also to understand the benefits of moving into cloud and train their team to get into the cloud knowledge. Moving to the cloud means that many of those tasks are now handled by AWS, and you need to work and optimize the things. देखो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे देखो. So this is a building where I am the guy. So you can see this is a normal IT guy, and he is managing the on-premises network. After learning cloud, he will become AWS cloud architect, and he is going to manage the AWS cloud. So remember, so we need to transition from one on-premises to the cloud, and this could be any guy. Okay, whether you are a network engineer, whether you are a database administrator, any guy. Okay, any IT guy can learn cloud and move to cloud and become the cloud engineer. Okay, so if you are a database engineer, you learn cloud, you become cloud database engineer. Okay, if you are a network engineer, you learn networking, you become cloud network engineer. Okay, if you are a database desktop engineer, or any guy who you can become a cloud engineer, cloud support engineer, cloud DevOps engineer, cloud security engineer. Okay, all the job roles prefixed by cloud. Okay, so जो भी आप हो ना, whatever you are application engineer, you become cloud application engineer. You are a database engineer, you become cloud. So just prefix will be cloud. Okay. Okay, so this is the people, like this is the best thing, like all the guys, whether you are in networking, whether you are in cloud, database, everyone has to move in the cloud, because many companies are moving, right? That's the reason the demand of these people is increasing when they have cloud knowledge. If you are already system administrator, learn cloud, become a cloud system administrator. You are a network engineer, learn the cloud networking, cloud things, you become cloud network engineers. Security administrator, learn cloud and become, so all the things I'm repeating again, but yes, the AWS course is repeating, that's why I'm repeating, because I'm following this directly from the. So system administrator will get a SysOps role, and AWS security administrator will become a AWS security administrator on premises. So the people who are database administrator and the application and development guy, they are going to become the AWS DevOps administrator. Okay. So the people who are in the database, those who are already in the application management system, so these people will become what? They are going to become the DevOps engineers. दिख रहा है ना? So these data who will become database and application people can become DevOps engineers, and the people who are in the networking, who are in the system administrator, desktop administrator, anything. If you are already working in these profiles, you should become either AWS SysOps professional, system operation professional, and AWS security administrators. Okay. तो या तो आप सिक्योरिटी में जा सकते हो, either you can move into AWS security administrator or you can become AWS SysOps operation. But there is no problem if you learn properly DevOps, you can get into DevOps also. So now Mary is excited about cloud, all these things. So actually the course has created like a story. So I think this is the last thing, guys. In this lesson, you will identify ways to develop AWS cloud competencies on-premises for on-premises IT job role. So basically क्या क्या करना होगा? You can attend AWS webinar. You can just learn about AWS things. You can understand. You can contact AWS. So basically they are doing their marketing that if you want to get deployment in AWS, you can connect with AWS and contact them. So this is the Gartner article. Gartner is a very, very popular organization, and you should read about this article. What is cloud computing? Okay. And how does public cloud accelerate digital initiatives, all these things. So Gartner is a company is like most trustworthy organization in the market today. Okay. So this is their cloud strategy, how you can get into cloud if you are going to deploy your company network into cloud. So kitni tarah ke cloud and we are going to learn that. We have private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi-cloud, distributed cloud, industry cloud, okay, sovereign cloud, and the cloud which is now reigning a lot, that is not covered here. So then cloud services, IaaS, infrastructure, PaaS, software as a service. So these things we'll discuss. Okay, what are cloud management techniques? Okay, so all these things, I think in our program, we will be learning these things. Okay, but this is a very good article if you guys want to read. Okay, so I'm just covering AWS. That's your choice. You want to learn Azure or you want to learn GCP. Okay, in all, if you go and check our all access pass, okay, in all access pass, we already have AWS, Azure, every content we have. Okay, so हमारे content में already है. If you search here AWS, so you can see we have AWS content, and if you search Azure, we have Azure content, and if you check here GCP, okay, we have a GCP content as well. Okay, so if you want to learn all three programs, you can check our all access pass, which has more than 50 plus courses. Okay, you can learn any cloud. So this is the end of the today live session, guys, and I hope you understand how we cover the first section, job role in the cloud. Okay, and knowledge check. तो अभी knowledge check करेंगे, quiz भी करेंगे आज हम. Okay, because when you learn the things, you have to give a quiz. Okay, so which cloud job role must be proficient with configuration management and changes? Tell me, what would be the answer? Which cloud job role must be proficient with configuration management and changes? System administrator, DevOps administrator, cloud architects, or security administrator? Even in the notes we have written here, who will manage the configuration, all these changes. So these are system administrator basically. So who do all the configuration management, all these changes. I'm waiting for your answer. What would be the answer? Tell me. A. Must be proficient with My voice is very clear today. I love my mic. आज तुमने पहला मॉड्यूल पढ़ लिया है. Okay, even though we have not started AWS Cloud Practitioner, but you know exactly job roles in the cloud. Okay. Yes, A. Let me check submit. Yes, this is the right answer, guys. Clap. I can't clap for myself only. Great. This is all like all success. So this is not my success by giving a right answer. It's all of us. So the second question, which cloud job role must be proficient with programming scripting languages? Okay, if you want to get into, if you know some programming or scripting, which cloud job will be more beneficial for you? Okay, the people who automate the things, that's DevOps engineers, I think. What your answer? A, B, C, D? Yeah, so everyone is saying B. Yes, let's see. DevOps administrator. Yes, this is also correct, guys. Pat on your back. So which cloud job role in the AWS cloud subject matter expert for your business? Which cloud job role in the AWS cloud subject matter expert for your business? मतलब कौन लोग होंगे जो आपको guide करेंगे? The people who are going to guide you for your business, these people are called architects. What do you think? Actually, there is some delay, I think, in my live session and what I'm teaching. Yeah, it's okay. So I think the answer is cloud architect. Yes, the answer is correct again. Cloud architect is the right answer, guys. Next. So which on-premises IT job role maps to the AWS cloud architect job role? तो कौन सा ऐसा रोल है जो which on-premises IT job role map to AWS cloud architect? मतलब AWS cloud architect कौन लोग बन रहे हैं? Okay, the people who are desktop engineers, IT solution architect, application administrator, security administrator. I think दो होने चाहिए थे इसके वैसे. Can I think, but if I have to choose one, I think that's IT solution architect. Yes, correct. So the last question, which cloud job role oversee databases and developer teams? Which job role oversees database and developer teams, guys? मेरा कैमरा नहीं चला. I think the battery is low. Okay, so which job role oversee database and developer teams? Database and I think system administrator or DevOps administrator. This is because system administrator also look for overseas. Overseas means just have. मुझे तो क्लाउड आर्किटेक्ट तो नहीं होगा इसका मेरे ख्याल से. आई थिंक सिस्टम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर होगा. और डेवऑप्स एक्चुअली वर्क विद डेवलपर टीम्स. दे डू नॉट ओवरसी. आई थिंक सिस्टम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. आई एम नॉट श्योर. मे बी आई कुड बी रॉन्ग. Okay, yeah, the answer was DevOps engineer. I'm wrong here. So overseas database means they are going to work on the databases. They are basically working with developer. I just not able to understand overseas. So this is okay. Like sometimes it's okay to be incorrect, sometimes to learn more things. So I got 80%. Okay, and the right answer was DevOps. Okay, so maybe because sometimes the questions are little tricky. Okay, so by even failing that quizzes, you will improve and maybe you will be going to clear the things. Okay, so feedback, okay, for inquiry, everything, okay, contact us. So this is, I have finished the first module of job roles in the cloud. Okay, so basically this is the cloud essential roadmap which we will be going to follow, and this roadmap I'll be putting here in the notes. Okay, so we will be all following this. So this is what we call ramp up guide. Okay, तो ये हमें follow करनी है from next classes. We will be following up the ramp up guide. Okay, and today what we have covered, that is like you go here, Cloud Practitioner. Okay, I'm sharing all the links, guys. Okay, visit the first step, visit this website, make an account of AWS something. Okay, click on that start the Cloud Essential Learning Program or beginner start here. You can see. So I just clicked here, beginner start here, and it will redirect me to a website where I just created account. There is no tool, directly we will learn inside this. Okay, so now you can see 13 hours course. So Cloud Essential Program. And so 13% I have already covered. And you can see job role topic मैंने यहाँ पे finish कर दिया. So this is the thing. So first complete this module. Okay, complete first module. So this is your homework, guys. Complete first module, that is job roles in the cloud. Okay, so direct link, I'm sharing the direct link. So once you sign up, okay, sign up. Okay, please watch this video, complete the first module job roles, and direct access, direct link is this. तो जैसे आप ये link account बना के, once you create account, click on that direct link. So you will be able to finish, you will see this job roles in the cloud. Click here and finish the program. And next class, we will be learning the AWS Cloud Practitioner Essential. And lot of content, guys, is there. Okay, so we can start from the beginning. And also we can refer this guide, which is ramp up guide. तो हम यहाँ से भी देख सकते हैं. We can click here job roles in cloud. I have already finished this job roles in cloud. So now I'll be finishing the cloud practitioner. Okay. And then other things. Okay. So ये रहा देखो. This is the section we have to complete in next few videos. I think next 4 to 5 classes we will finish the AWS Cloud Practitioner Essential. And if we get more time, we will complete other few things also. So this is all content. What is AWS? So this is additional resource. If you want to understand what is AWS, watch this video, 5-minute video hai. Okay, this is on YouTube.
AWS is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted.
Okay, I would recommend you all to watch this also, putting that video in your content also. Because I'm creating the best AWS notes according and following directly AWS website. I'm not following any guide or something. Directly, I'm showing you how to learn directly from AWS. Okay, so all the best. I will see you on next Sunday. Okay, or maybe Saturday. So please, you can click on that what we call bell icon or something so that you get the notification. So do you need anything from my side more? Do you have any suggestion how to, like what you expect me to do? And you want me to continue with English or you want me to change this language to Hindi? Type in the chat. अगर आपको हिंदी में पढ़ना है मैं हिंदी में भी पढ़ा सकता हूँ. If I have audience who do not understand Hindi, I'll continue with English. Just put your city name, guys. Those people who joined my live session, that from which city they are. Okay, so read this page also, Gartner report. Greater Noida. Okay, great. Okay, so I think let's, if you guys are not attending my live session, if you're watching this later on, so please comment also your city so that I understand what is my audience for this batch. Thank you all for joining the session.